Hey, what's going on? Dave Erickson here with Everyman Driver. Thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please take a couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. It's easy, it's fast, and it really helps support my channel. This week I have the 2020 Toyota Prius Prime, which comes in 3 trim levels. Today I'm going to give you a driving review, talk about what's new, and my experience with it this week. You can find more by clicking the link below for my just arrived version video of this, plus other Toyota related videos. Let's get started.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All right, welcome inside the 2020 Toyota Prius Prime. This comes in 3 levels, or 3 trim levels, I should say. You've got LE, XLE, and Limited. We have the top trim level, the Limited, so you have all the best features available that they can stuff in this car. Each trim level, regardless that you go with, comes with the same powertrain, a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, along with their plug-in hybrid system, all powering the front wheels in a specialized CVT. Total horsepower output is 121. Now, I mentioned the features. So you got the base features that you get on the LE, and then it moves up. I think the XLE or Limited would be good choices. Price point ranges from $27,600 all the way to $33,500, and we have the one that's $33,500. Plus we have a couple other extras on it, so ours is closer to $36,000 when it's fully loaded. But hey, when it comes to a Toyota Prius Prime or Prius in general, you know that you're getting something that's focused on fuel economy and getting you around town. Some of the new things this year, at least with this vehicle. By the way, this was first introduced in 2016. It's part of the 4th generation that was introduced in 2016. This year for 2020, they've added a 5th passenger spot in the back, so a little bit more room in the back seat. And there's 2 USB ports as well back there. You have the wireless charging pad for me up here in the front, so if your phone is compatible, you just lay it right there to have it charged. But in the back, you've got 2 USB ports, so that's a nice little special feature to keep the passengers plugged in and charged up in the back. This battery, by the way, is bigger in this vehicle versus the regular Prius, and you can drive in full all-electric mode for 25 miles. Now, when thinking about that, you think about your regular commute. How far do you drive on a regular basis? Are you driving long distances for work? Are you on the highway? Or maybe you're just using this car as a secondary car for economical reasons, because you're just going to the grocery store, you're just taking the kids to school, and so on. If that's the case, this is going to be a very, very smart buy. Moving on to some of the other things that are new this year, Apple CarPlay, Amazon Alexa, and satellite radio are now standard on the Prius Prime. That's a little nice feature there. So I mentioned fuel economy. You should be getting somewhere in the mid-50s in a combination of city and highway. When I talked about being charged up in the back, the battery, I was trying to hit on the battery point. With the battery, you can charge it fully in 5.5 hours on a 120-volt charging port, or about 2.5 hours or less if you had a 240 volt. Now, I'm on the highway now, and there are 3 different drive modes. I've been driving in power mode the last couple of days. There's eco, there's normal, and there's power. I've been using the power because I wanted to get the most out of the car that I could and see how the fuel economy reflected that, and I'm averaging just under 50 miles per gallon. And I'm happy with that. That's fine with me. Here's a little break in the action to give you a backseat legroom and headroom demo. So this is me here with this new 5th passenger seat option in the back of the Prius Prime. And for the size of the vehicle, I'm 5'11". This is going to be just about right. Any smaller and I'd certainly be cramped, but the way I'm sitting behind myself, because this is my position as driver, I'm just about okay. So in terms of legroom, it's a good fit for me. Now, in terms of headroom, still just about right. Which of the 3 bears am I? Goldilocks with the 3 bears. This is just about right. You can barely see an indent in the roof line. Over here, you can kind of see some contours in the roof line. I know they're trying to keep this, you know, low profile for aerodynamics, and I'm just right there at the edge. But it's sufficient enough. And when you look at legroom here, or at least comfort-wise, can you get a third adult in the back? Well, just about. I mean, they're going to have to be a little bit smaller than me, but if I was 3 people back, shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, I'd be right there rubbing shoulders with myself. Now, I said front wheel drive. If you want an all-wheel drive, you have to go with the regular Prius. I don't know how many people care about the all-wheel drive. I'm sure it depends on the climate that you're in, how the winters may be. If you happen to be going somewhere where you need a little all-wheel drive capability, then great, but this is not the car for that. This is definitely front wheel drive. What I really found interesting and a positive, we have a Ford F-150. I'm going down my gravel driveway. That truck compared to this, boy, this is a smoother ride. Surprisingly, the suspension was really great. I was thinking maybe I should do a demo in the future, not yet, but in the future, of putting a glass of water or a cup of water on the dash and going down the same stretch of road for all of my videos and see how that glass of water adjusts based on the bumps to showcase the suspension of that particular vehicle. And I think it would do a really good job in this car. Now, one of the couple of knocks about this would be acceleration. Really lags in acceleration. Of course, you got some of that electric immediate torque available to you, mostly immediate torque, but getting up to speed is a bit of a challenge. But I don't think it's not my concern is speed, and there is a bit of road noise as I'm driving right now on the highway, just going 65 miles per hour. I can definitely hear road noise. The counter to that road noise is that you have comfortable seats. In addition to that really nice suspension that I've experienced, you've got comfortable seats up front. I don't really think that, oh, I'm in a hybrid plug-in vehicle and it's going to be stiff or plasticky or cheap because you're sacrificing, you know, some power into it. Nope, this feels great. I think the comfort in the front is good. I like getting around town in comfort. And I also like the size of the car. It's simple to move around and maneuver. Although I have gone around some corners at a decent speed and I don't feel like it's that strong or stable. Now, popping the trunk of this vehicle, you'll maybe notice, if you're familiar with the Prius brand or Toyota Prius brand, this cargo area is a little bit smaller than the regular Prius. So the floor height is a little bit higher, and then when you fold down the back seats, which are a 60-40 split, pretty easy to fold down, they don't lay flush with the initial floorboard. You have a bit of a drop off, like a cascade flowing down. So you're going to sacrifice a little bit of cargo space, just so you're aware of that, if that's a concern for you whatsoever. Now, here's a positive, which is a great takeaway with this car. Now, if you go with I think it's the XLE, if not definitely the Limited, this 11.6-inch vertical tablet-style touchscreen. You have a standard 7-inch, but this tall one reminds me of the Volvo, and as well as a Tesla tablet-style touchscreen. A lot of great information, maybe a little bit too much information, as one of my followers mentioned on Instagram, that there's a lot to look at right here, but I know what I'm looking for. I got shortcuts down below, and some of these things I did showcase in my Just Arrived video. Again, a link below this. Then the instrument cluster is centered as opposed to directly in front of the steering wheel. Overall, this is a simple, straightforward, fuel economy, fuel savings, eco-friendly vehicle. When you test drive it, I think that will be probably the determining factor, besides the great price point, is if it fits your comfort level. Are you okay with maybe some of the louder noises upon acceleration, or the lack of acceleration? And I think that might be one of the things. Otherwise, I'd look at it if I were you, and especially if you're in the market for a vehicle in this category. All right, once again, the MSRP range on a 2020 Toyota Prius Prime is between $27,600 and around $33,500. Definitely worth a look and absolutely a test drive. You get a lot of bang for your buck with this vehicle. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thank you so much for watching this week and joining me here on YouTube. Please, again, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. It really supports my channel. Until next time, adios. One more thing before you go, I've added links in the description below to some of the best-selling automotive accessories and products on Amazon right now, plus links to some of the product reviews I've done. You can find it in the description below this video. And if you don't mind, take a couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. I'm uploading 2, 3, sometimes 4 new videos every week, and I don't want you to miss anything, plus it helps support my channel. As always, if you have any constructive criticism, thoughts, or suggestions about my video, please leave it in the comment section below.